Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Chef Charlie's Kitchen. So, if y'all already saw the pot pie video, there's 4 parts and a tasting. Then you saw that the French fries were the sidekick of the show. Okay, the pot pie was definitely the main character, but the French fries that I made from the potato scraps that we use in the pot pie were definitely the sidekick, or the co-star, right? I shared that video because I happen to just be using my scraps at the same time, the same scraps that I use for the potatoes. So for the pot pie. So we're gonna go ahead and label our bag. I know y'all are probably wondering whatever happened to those fries she made. Well, here they are. And I'm about to show y'all. Okay, so we made French fries, and I'm going to say wedges. Okay, and we're going to label it as I think that was 2 days ago, or maybe a day ago. So I think it was 10, 10. I think it was 12, 10, 20. Right? Okay, so somewhere around that date. All right, so it's always good to label your freezer bag before you put the food in. The main reason I do that is because the food is going to be cold or wet, and then the temperature affects how your marker will write. So if I put the cold food in the bag first and then I try to label it after, the marker is not going to write properly and it won't stay. It'll end up rubbing off or whatever because the temperature of the bag was too cold. All right, so I ended up having to change what I froze it in so it can fit in the freezer. And I used a smaller pan, but here they are. And I just used wax paper to separate it since it's such a small pan, condensed or whatever. So what I noticed, the first thing I noticed, and these are kind of like starting to thaw out now, so I want to hurry up. But the first thing I noticed is that they did get really hard. And because I had to change them, they ended up still touching a little bit. So, which is fine because we're gonna put them in our freezer bag and freeze them because we're gonna use them for dinner tonight. All right. So, the first thing I noticed was that they did touch a little bit. So they've been sitting out so I can get them at least free from the wax paper that I put them in. All right, so see, they're still a little frosty, but I want to get them right here. I want to get them right now so that way they're not completely thawed, okay? So I just did it in layers, basically, and separated it with wax paper. But these fries are going to come out really good, y'all. And I'm really excited. But as you saw in the last video, in the pot pie video, the potatoes were very wet. So they froze like pretty solid. Just the same way you see your potatoes freeze, the ones that you get from the freezer section. They're really wet. Okay, so they're going to freeze up a little more. So let's get the looser ones right now. And try your best not to break them. But, I broke that one earlier when I was trying to get it out. So some of them will break. That's fine. No problem. All right. But we're going to get all of them out. And I'm not separating the wedge. I probably should separate the wedges, even though it's a small amount. I'm going to separate the wedges from the fries because I'm going to do the wedges later. And just work them out, It's still going to be a little frozen, so don't get too excited. Just kind of work them out slowly so that way you can break as little as possible. And plus you don't want no leftover wax paper on there. So let me get a different bag and put my wedges in a separate one. Okay, because when they freeze back, I don't want to have to go through the separating process again. So Just put wedges. Okay. Potato wedges. All right. And get my wedges in a separate bag. So that way these two, they just want to be married through the wax paper. Through the wax paper, they just want to be together, honey. They said inseparable, you and me. Okay. So but I'm really excited about these fries because I haven't done these fries since, oh, it's been years. It's been years. I worked at one place. I used to work at a burger place in Atlanta where they did their own fries, and I will still go to that place today for their fries. And I was obviously a part of making the fries, and so the way they did theirs, instead of poaching them in water, they poach them in oil, which you can do that too. You can par fry them in oil and then take them out and then cool them the same way you would if you poached. I mean, if you did it in water, it's the same thing. So see, these are already broken up. Yay! That was good. At least the first layer broke up the second layer, right? So that's good. So see, I got my wedges in a separate one, and then my fries in this one. Oh, here's another wedge. Okay. So what was I saying? But yeah, this place I used to work at in Atlanta, it was a burger place, and you know, they're still open, and I will still go there to this day for their fries. So y'all saw how I put the fries in water and par cook them, but you can do it in grease as well. And so what they did was they cut the potatoes fresh, all fresh potatoes, and then they par cooked them in grease. Like they put them down in hot grease like they were going to fry them, but they didn't fry them all the way. And then they laid them out on sheet trays, like on baking sheets, and cooled them for like a day. You know, if we were stocked up, it would be like a day or two. But if we weren't stocked up, it would be like maybe a couple hours. Just depends on how busy we were. But either way, you bring them down, bring the temperature of the fries down to cold, and then they get loose like this. This is exactly how you want them to be. Not fully cooked, but just, you know, partially cooked. This is exactly what you want right here, okay? Partially cooked, and you want the temperature on them to be cold, and then you put them back in the fryer to get that nice crispy finish on them, right? So boom, like so, like this. All right. So let's get that out of the way. And then here, I just want to take the fries and separate them as much as possible. They're gonna stick together. I realize that, but oh, look, y'all, I didn't realize I wrote it on the wrong side of the bag. I was seeing this bag is transparent, so I was thinking I was writing it on the label, but I wrote it on the back. That's funny. Okay, so you know, try to lay them out like this and freeze them back and lay them flat like so, like that, and freeze them back. I'm about to throw them in the fridge right now, and then by the time you're ready to fry them, they'll be perfect, right? Good to go. And if some of them stick together, it's fine. Even when you buy the fries out the store, they kind of stick together a little bit. But once you put them in the grease, what happened? They fall apart and they're perfect. So I'm excited about these because I'm making, guess what I'm making? Fried chicken sandwiches. Today is Friday. So we're going to do a fast food Friday or a fried food Friday type of theme. Okay, so freeze them flat like this. And then here I was only able to get, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 wedges, which is fine. That's enough for one meal for Coop. So there we have it, y'all. That's how I'm going to store my french fries. And then I'm going to talk to y'all about this fried chicken sandwich. Hold on one second. I shall return. Okay. And we're good to go. So we're doing fried chicken sandwiches tonight. I got some chicken thighs, my bad, from the store. And I'm going to clean them, and what I'm going to do is season them and marinate them, but they're still kind of frozen right now, so this video won't be about seasoning them because I want them to thaw out completely so they can absorb all of the seasoning that I'm going to put on it. But I'm going to just do a nice traditional fried chicken sandwich. I can actually lay these out now that I think about it. Maybe lay them out in a container at least. And I'm going to use my skillet, y'all. So this is going to serve, this video will serve as part 1 for dinner tonight. How about that? And then what I'm going to do is season them up. And I can go over my seasonings with y'all, but there's a reason why I am not seasoning my chicken while it's frozen. Okay, there's a method to my madness. I like for my chicken to thaw out completely so that way it absorbs all of the flavor and none of the seasoning is wasted, because what will happen is you will go in and season a frozen piece of chicken, and then once it thaws out, all of the seasoning will just melt off and you'll just have a bunch of seasoned water, which is a waste of seasoning. Okay, so what is our saying here in Chef Charlie's kitchen? Waste not, want not, right? So we are not doing no wasting of seasonings. We don't got time for that. Okay, so all right, let's go. So I can at least, open this up and take out the chicken so that way it thaws out a little quicker. Take out the chicken thighs. Those look really good. Okay. But see, there's no absorbing that's going to be happening with that. All right. Because when I season my chicken, number one, I like to wash it really well. And then I like to get up under my skin. See, the skin is still frozen to the meat. Okay. So I want this to be fully, completely thawed. So we're going to put it in our container right there. And we just need a small pack. Just 4 pieces is fine for me and Coop. Because he'll eat 1 whole sandwich, but I know I'll eat 2. And then he'll probably want to come back for his second one later. So let's get that out of here. So there you have it, folks. That's the chicken for tonight. And we're going to wash that up and season it and marinate that, okay? So that's all. Thank you for coming by. I know you guys were really interested to see what I had done with the French fries. So I'm excited about those French fries. I'm going to fry those things. I'm going to fry those babies. They're going to be good and crispy. I can't wait. And we're going to have it with fried chicken sandwiches. That pot pie, y'all, was not a hit with Cooper. Was not a hit. Like I convinced him to eat the veggies that he likes, which he ate the carrots and the potatoes out of it, and he liked the crust because he's a crust person just like me, but he was not feeling the peas. It wasn't a hit for him, which is fine. I can see why pot pie wouldn't be a hit for a toddler, but he's gonna appreciate that pot pie when he gets older. But thanks for stopping by. This is part 1 to a fried chicken sandwich dinner. Okay, something a little different for Friday. And we'll probably do, I don't know, what kind of vegetables should we do? Broccoli? Maybe we'll do broccoli. All right, y'all. Deuces. Chef Charlie out. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment.